What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Hey, you're with me on my morning commute to the gym. So, congratulations. Let's go get it. Yeah, we got this MRE protein shake. MRE protein. If you want to be the best, you gotta feed yourself with the best. I don't know why I thought it'd be funny to do a fake promo. I don't know what that drink is. I just got it from Walmart. Alright, well, so it turns out I'm usually in a good mood, guys. It's 4:30 in the morning. A little bit of a late get out from the house. Generally waking up at 4, so hopefully you want to be at the gym at 4:30. But hey, I want to take several videos to talk about some of the different like significant breakthrough moments and maybe even practical action steps that led me out of like a decade-long battle with lust, and specifically addiction to pornography. And it's not really my favorite stories in the world because, I wish I was just a superhero that didn't have kryptonite and, never had any flaws in my entire history. But I know this is something that, maybe Gen Z is a little bit protected from. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit less cool in Gen Z than with millennials. Not cool, but a little bit less sticky of a trap, a little bit more exposed to something that's obviously not good for us. But still pretty much on the whole, addiction to pornography, whether someone else would call it an addiction or not, it's like if you ever do something that you don't want to do, that's, especially if it's compulsive, which if you do something you don't want to do, it is compulsive. But especially if you have a hard time thinking clearly about it in the moment, or you feel like it just happens, that's an addiction in my book. It's not really about the frequency of the activity. But I'm using this video mainly just as an intro video, and I'm just so thankful, guys, that big picture, God set me free. Like, I did not think it was possible. I just didn't. And I tried so many different things, I guess. Felt like nothing would work. Have an accountability partner. Set up these screen blocker things on your devices. Change your passwords and give your passwords to someone else. Have them change your password so you don't know what things are, so you can't get around things, or just all, and I could keep going. But maybe that's where I'll start with this video is, at a high level, I used to be super addicted to pornography, and now I'm not. Praise God. I don't do that. It's been however long, 8.5 years. 8.5 years since I've looked at anything pornographic. I'm so thankful. I wish it's been 85 years, but then that would make me pretty old. 105 years old. Woo! But we're gonna make it till 110 probably, so unless Jesus comes back. So I used to be addicted, now I'm not. And there were really it was not an overnight thing. Some other things in my life were overnight. Depression into joy was overnight. Pornography and lust into purity, self-control was just the most painfully arduous process ever. And so if you're going to listen to these videos because you've ever watched pornography and you'd rather not, or maybe you've never but you want to help someone else that's in a similar rut, I think the two things I want to leave as encouragements in this video is that one, it's from what I've seen in mentoring others, I mean, it's almost always an arduous process. So what does that mean? It means you have to want it. MRE protein, sorry. Like the level, it's like, do you really want to be free, and how bad, you know? Like, that's kind of a question that will be revisited in the process, most likely. Because ultimately, when it comes to sin, it's much easier to get a little comfy with it, to justify it, to just cope with it, to just try to mitigate its negative consequences. And so it's like, are you ready to be done with that for real? Or does it really not bother you that much and you don't think it's a big problem? And what, like, if that's where you're at, I don't think you're gonna get free, you know? And even if you think it's a problem, there's still a lot of things we're gonna talk about, but that'll help in the process of getting free. The other thing that I want to kind of double down on that I've already talked about is that you can't get free by your own works, by your own constructs. So these things I mentioned, like setting up a screen blocker, texting accountability partner. I know people who have said, hey, I know actually a guy that, and this was earlier in human history when he did this, but he fasted from internet for 7 years. What? I know another guy who said, I'm not going into a building, including my own house, unless someone else is there. I will never be alone in a building. Just random commitments people made in their process of trying to get free, which again points to how bad do you want it. But what I learned in my experience is that it's not supposed to be impossible for you to choose sin. Like, you cannot create a system that makes it to where you can't choose to watch pornography, or you can't sin in the area of lust. It's like you can and you will. Mentally, it's just the wrong game to try to play, to like make it to where you're gonna trick your, like, oh, you want to sin, oh, you wish you could, oh, but sorry, you can't. Like, that is not where you want to put yourself mentally, because one, you will find a way around whatever thing you set up. You will find a way, but more importantly, the mentality is so weak, and so it's not going to carry you through a decade, 2 decades, 5 decades of freedom. Like, it's just going to kick the can down the road. It's like you're just trying to crawl your way through the finish line of death. Like, it's not the same mentality as, hey, I know that I can choose that, I am not going to. Do you see how there's a more powerful freedom when you have the freedom of choice? You have access. Something I tell guys, if I'm discipling them, mentoring them, and we're talking about this area, is like, some guys get in the habit of creating a streak, right? Like, how long has it been? Which I say is another similar human construct. Like, a created sense of progress, you know, a rewards system, if you will. Look at that streak growing. The reality is, and so if you're in that mindset, you hear, oh, it's been 8.5 years, and you're like, man, what an amazing streak. Like, you're so far away from sin, or, you know, you must be so pure. And I'm like, guys, I am 1 second away from choosing to watch pornography every second of my life for the rest of my life. Like, you do not get further away from it. It is everywhere. It is so potent. It is everywhere. Thankfully, I go to the gym at 4 in the morning, so it's not really at the gym. But some of y'all, it's at the gym too, you know? Like, it won't go away. Just the provocative temptations of our culture. And so you're not getting further away from sin. Like, you, again, it's all kind of going to the same point of, if you're trying to just build fences around this thing called pornography addiction, or this thing called lust, and you're just like, well, hey, if I don't go here, or if I don't go here, or if I don't go here, here, then I won't be able to get here. And I'm telling you, it's the wrong way to go about it, because 1, yes, you can and you will get there. 2, it's a weak mindset, and it's not true freedom. And 3, what's that last point I was just making right there? What's that last number 3? No, come on, what's I was saying? Oh man. Literally, what was I saying? Oh man. Oh, my brain don't fire on quite all of the cylinders at this time of the day. This time of the day. Jeez. I seriously can't even remember. That's such an embarrassing way to end the video. And I'm talking about pornography addiction. Still tracking on that. Well, hopefully y'all got number 3 in there. It's a similar point, but slightly differently iterated. Alright, y'all cool with that? So, video 1, introducing a series of videos about how I got free, but don't try to get free by your own strength. Don't try to trick yourself into making it impossible for you to sin. Oh, you're always 1 second away. Yeah. So point number 3 with that is something like similar, whatever. I'm not gonna try. But you can't get further away from sin. You can't build yourself a path around it or over it or under it. You gotta go through it. You got to go through it. And so that's what you want, is like, it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, what the circumstances are, like, you're free, you know? Not just you put yourself in a system that helps protect you or insulate you. Good luck getting insulated. It's always there for you. You can't distance yourself from it. You gotta know it and choose something else. So anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm excited to dive into some of the factors that really helped me in my journey, and hopefully it's a blessing to you or to someone you know. But I'll talk to y'all soon. Life is worship. God is love.